it'll take about 7 years of saving someone's houses before I get my money back, but that's not the issue. I did batteries will probably need replacing, but that's no big deal. It's just great to be able to use free energy,
Right, yeah, it's just fun. Economically, you'll have to maybe think about it harder, but yeah, it's be a lot of fun. Well, if I live long enough, I'm going to do something like that too. But in the meantime, got some antenna projects here I need to think about. I'm not sure here. He was going to do his camera appointment yesterday. I think maybe he got in there and got worn out himself. I went to the grade on the inverter, and I did not know that was causing all that trouble. That's in a metal box, right? So that interference couldn't be going through the metal box. It had to be coming out the wires, right?
Yeah, well, I grounded everything, I choked everything, Brian, but I just couldn't stop it, I went to Fort Worth to the museum.
Oh, yeah, okay, that knocked Peter got back there. You didn't stay overnight, did you?
No, I didn't, but I stayed up till 9 to see if landman was on, and it wasn't. And it's cold as hell out at 27, going down a little more. And so I slept in the middle room, and then I woke up at 1:30 and got up and watched the last episode of Landman and fell back to sleep for 2 more hours, so I had 5.5 hours sleep. But I had to see what happened in Landman. It was a great trip to the museum, fascinating trip. All these 200 BC to 100 AD, the museum was very crowded because it was going to take it out next week. And many, many interesting things all about Roman and Greek culture, including 25,000 pounds of sarcophagus. And a lot of little tidbits like the Romans, when they like their people, they're kind of like the Filipinos having dinner on their relatives' graves. The ancient Romans would go visit their relatives' sarcophagus and have a meal or a banquet. It was fascinating display. A lot of people, Lancy didn't like a lot of people, but then we went out, and lunch the other night from the lake for lunch, little cafe, and now we got home, it was 1400, 1500, and I didn't get my usual TK2SR, you're 10, 15, 20 over, and Brian is a little weaker on track together. Go ahead, Brian. Good morning.
Yeah, over to you, Chris. You copying Dr. Peter okay?
Yeah, Roger, Brian. W55 plug. TK2 Sugar Radio. Take good morning. It's 15 over 9 here on the Apache, and coming through quite nicely. Noise is pretty quiet, so it's been a great frequency here, clear frequency. So yeah, Brian and I've been sitting here for just 1 hour and 10 minutes something, so no, 1 hour and 30 now, Brian. We started chatting at 0940 GMT, so there you go. Wow, hour and 20, big brain. Yeah, time goes quick. It's great to hear Phil in here as well. Great signal from Phil. And great information about all things SDR. So that all sounds good, and fine on your trip there yesterday, Dr. Peter, so all very good. But not much else to report. It was pretty overcast today, cool again. We're in the fourth period at the moment, and I think weather tomorrow is going to be 24 tomorrow, so the sun's back for the rest of the week. The temp's not above, not 30 till Friday, so 24s and 5s, 28 Wednesday, Thursday, so the sun's back tomorrow for the rest of till next Sunday, where there's a bit of rain coming, but still pretty warm. W5 Fire Plug VK2SR, go ahead, Peter. Yeah, very good. Well, I learned to tell you time, FG. I learned a lot of things. I learned that it takes 2 to 3 years to make one of those statues. I thought the hands, there weren't many boys statue was fascinating because there were 3 dogs in it, a couple of other statues as dogs. Now, there were no cats. No cats. I don't want to upset you cat lovers, but there were some lions, so I guess you could say those were cats. But this is fascinating. There were too damn many people there. There were all kinds of artsy, crafty people, you know, red hair, earrings, and every place you could think of. And Fort Worth has their artsy people. And I took a stroll through the regular paintings, too, to get back on center, looking at some impressions, Manet, Monet, Pizarro, and Pollock and stuff. That sort of cleanses your mind. But looking at the statues was equal. All of the statues had small penises. I thought that was fascinating. And the women's statues are the ones, the goddesses, a pretty big breast. But the thing that I thought was odd is that being an anatomist, I did take a couple of years of anatomy, and I worked in anatomy after my first year of medical school. The hands and the feet on the female statues seemed unusually large out of proportion. I'm not real sure about that, but it's curious. It's hard to say. And one of the more interesting statues was one that was never finished, and it showed a block of marble holding a uncompleted statue. And there was one with a slave and some other stuff. But they spent a lot of money making statues of their emperors, and of course there was the brother of what Marcus Claudius. Claudius was the guy who stuttered and ended up when they killed everybody else. So he went to visit the Roman general and he died in 34. So there was a lot of history. He had that all. He was out of there pretty and died. I realized he was gone. I dreamed about had the opportunity and he was not. He spent a couple of more hours. The family wasn't fortunate so much, but they visited to have meals. I thought that was a little odd. But they do that in the Philippines and other cultures. Day of the Dead, you know, they clean the graves and eat. We don't do that in this country. I've never heard of saying, hey, let's get some ribs and go see Peter's grave. W4W, and I hope they don't. W4WMC, W5FB.
Hey, good morning, Bobby.
This is all 200 BC, and thank you for correcting me. You're probably right, but I don't remember. I just got here, but good morning, Bobby. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, you copying everyone there? Are you copying Bobby too there, Cliff?
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Bobby. Good to hear you, brother. Father. Fine, DB over 9, Bobby. No strain, no pain. So, good morning, mate. Good to hear you. And, we last worked. Looks like on Christmas Eve. So, Happy New Year to you, Bobby. Hope all is well. And, so very good, mate. You crack me out, Bobby.